Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over my top 5 heroes that I'm looking forward to playing most in the heavy hitters meta, both from a fun perspective, from like a curiosity perspective, and from a little bit of a competitive perspective, even though we're not sure quite where the meta is going to go. But hopefully it'll give you some ideas if you're not sure on what hero to choose, maybe what hero to kind of buy into. I think all these heroes are really good places to start. And yeah, we'll get right into it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoy my other content. I do a lot of Flesh and Blood content, as well as a lot of Alpha Clash content. If you're a long-standing supporter, thank you so much as always. Also, disclaimer, I'm going to do this disclaimer for the next couple of videos. My coughing, I'm over the flu, but I've been coughing for 2 straight weeks, so I apologize if you hear that during the video. I just don't want to not make videos for a couple weeks. Last thing, channel membership. It's just like a Twitch sub. It's now available on the channel. If you want to support the channel in a different way, you get access to my videos a day early, as well as another way to help support the channel so we can get to events and get product for giveaways and things like that. But we'll get right into it. So 5 heroes. These heroes are mainly for my interest level, but also a little bit competitive. I think all these heroes are going to be in the meta, personally. And I think the meta is super wide open right now. Unless something gets revealed in the heavy hitter set, because we haven't seen all the set yet, I think there's I would guess 8 to 10 playable heroes, like legitimately playable heroes. Are there some that have a naturally better spread? Of course. But overall, I think there's like 10 heroes where if you took them to an event, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. If you're good with the hero, you know your matchups, like you got a shot. The first one is Katsu, and this is the obvious one, right, for the channel. But all jokes aside, I really do think Katsu is in a good spot right now. I think Katsu is the best aggro deck in the format. Like you have like Boost Dash, Dio, Phi, Katsu, technically Kano, even though he's more of a combo deck in my opinion. And even Rhinar. Rhinar could be up there as well, I think, if he continues to get the support he's already gotten with a couple cards. But I truly do think Katsu is the best aggro deck in the format, and he's one of the most flexible decks in the format. He's able to really block efficiently when he needs to, and late game, he's just oppressive. So I'm super excited to play Katsu. I just put out my Breakpoint Katsu list yesterday. Definitely go check that out. It's a list I'm going to be definitely probably taking to an event. My first couple events, the big ones like RTNs and stuff. So definitely be on the lookout for Katsu. My second one is Casai. So Casai is not obviously released yet. She'll be released in the Heaviest Hitters set. But I think Casai is actually a very, very good spot. In her current card pool, without even seeing the rest of the set, she's already one of the best warriors. Like, I think Bolton, obviously, you can make the argument for. And I think you could go either way, because I think Bolton, in a nutshell, might be slightly better, but she beats Bolton just because of how it affects his hero ability. But I think she's a really solid hero. I think it's an unexplored hero that's going to have a lot of things to do. And overall, I'm just super excited to see where people take her. I think Blood on Her Hands is still a very playable card in that deck. Being able to make copper with Outland Skirmish and with Spoils War, like you just force a lot of things that don't look like they're on hits, but they actually are on hits. So super excited to see where she goes. And I think if you're just getting into the game and you want to play a good solid hero that's going to be around for a while, I think Kasai is honestly your best choice. Like by far your best choice. With 0 living legend points, a very robust card pool, very solid design that makes sense, but enough to make it interesting. Yeah, definitely should give Kasai a look. The third one is Rhinar. Rhinar, I've already talked about on the channel this past week. Rhinar's in a good spot. I mean, like I said in my other video, with just the cards that Rhinar has gotten, he's already in a better spot, like a much better spot. Show No Mercy is unbelievable. That card off Barraging Beatdown is just not fair. Card immediately replaces Alpha Rampage, a super flexible card in my eyes. Agility Wind-Up, amazing card. Smashback Ailhorn, amazing card. Like, he's already gotten Wage Agility is really good in him. He's already gotten like so many tools, and I think they're going to support him really well in this set. I think he's like the easiest one to help support because of the Intimidate mechanic, and he's already only like 2 or 3 sets of play cards away from being a really oppressive deck. I can understand why they won't give him any significant on hits, just because if you give a deck that intimidates cards away on hits, like damaging on hits other than pure damage, it's really going to be bad. But regardless, I think he's going to be in a really good spot. I think he's a very fun hero to play. Blood Rush Bellow is so much fun to do. The agility tokens really do sure up his turns outside of those Blood Rush Bellows and really gives him a little bit more aggro consistency, right? If you don't see your Blood Rush turns early, at least you can do your agility tokens, where I've had times where I had to block out. I played Smashback Ailhorn, and then the next turn I went Command and Conquer for 7, go again into Swing Big. And I just did up 15 damage turn, threatening destroying Arsenal. It was just insane. So definitely give him a look. He already has a really robust card pool, not too high on the Living Legend leaderboard. I think he's a good, solid start for anyone who wants to play Brute. KO is also really good as well. So if you buy into most of Rhinar's kit, you also have a good amount of KO's kit. So super excited about him. The next one, also a Brute, is Levia. Some people may disagree. I think Levia is like a top 2 deck in the format, maybe top 3. I think the top 3 decks in a nutshell, like in a vacuum, I guess, at the highest level right now are Dash, Levia, and Azalea. I know Bravo did really well this past tournament in the Bauharden this weekend, so some people might say him as well. But for me, it's those 3 decks. And the only thing holding Levia back is people don't play her, because she's so punishing to learn. But once you learn her, the newest lists that have been coming out have really shored up a lot of her inconsistencies. Obviously, there's still a little bit with the non-blocks and stuff like that, but she can just do so much, and she rewards you so well for piloting her correctly. She's just a scary deck right now. Just straight up a scary deck. Can race with the best of them. Husk is a heck of a card, right? He completely like evens out some matchups. If you can be really disciplined on when to use Husk and Scowling Fleshbag. She still has Scab Skin Leathers. I mean, just her equipment set alone, right? If you're running Gambler's Gloves, she has 11 block in her equipment, which is insane. So you can make up for those non-blocks. But yeah, super, super strong hero. I think it's one that people can play. If you're trying to find a new hero, I highly suggest like watching Mansant streams, watching his videos, watching other people talk about it, Pat Eshke and stuff, and really make sure you know when you go into playing this hero, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to kill yourself quite literally in the game. Like, you're going to make plays that just lose you the game, but you learn from them. And if you're patient enough to learn her, she's an extremely talented hero. Highly suggest her. For the 5th and final one, it's Riptide. Riptide is deceptively good. If you can dodge Dromai, you gotta dodge Dromai. But I know it's just Talishar data, but it's just a thing. Riptide has the 2nd highest win percentage of any hero in the game right now on Talishar. Last month he was 3rd highest. He is an extremely good hero for those who want to learn him. I think a lot of Riptide players are trying to take him in a bunch of different directions. I think his best direction is almost a pure Cheerio list, other than like 6 to 8 cards that cost something. And then you're just playing pretty aggro, but you also have the traps that affect other stuff. He's a really good hero. His Dromai matchup is horrible, right? Absolutely horrible. But his Bravo matchup is winnable if you're running Dreadboard, because Bravo, like, it's really hard for them to put in D-Reacts. He does pretty well in the Brute. It's like 50-50, a little bit unfair, but not too bad. Does really well in the Warrior. Really can give aggro fits, right, with his traps. He just has a really solid game plan, and he plays so many above rate things, like playing a Lace of Blood Rot, putting down a Searing Shot, and then playing Searing Shot for 7. So it's a 2-card 7 that you didn't have to pitch anything for, with 2 on hits, right? Potentially a 2-card 8 with +2. So if you let it hit, it's essentially a 2-card 10, right? For no pitch. It's just his attacks are so above rate if you run mostly the Cheerio game plan. I think he's way better than people. Is he a top deck in the format, like S tier? No. Is he in the meta discussion? 100%. I think people need to pay more attention to him. Plus, he's really fun. And again, if you're getting into the game and you're looking for a hero that you like, if you enjoy the aesthetic of Riptide and the cards and stuff, it's a hero of very low living legend points. A hero that's probably going to be around for a while. I think it's a hero that deserves a little bit more attention. So yeah, my top 5 are Riptide, Levia, Rhinar, Kasai, and then finally Katsu. Super excited to see where this meta goes. I think the meta, like, we're already in the most balanced meta Flesh and Blood's ever had. We really are, in my opinion, at least since I've been playing, which was like right before Monarch. Um, and I think from what I've seen, heavy hitters, like obviously we haven't seen the whole set. Maybe we'll get some crazy power cards, but all these heroes are just like solid heroes. And I think some of them are meta relevant. I think Casai is. I think a couple other heroes in the set can be. Victor's very interesting. We got to see his kit. Olympia, we got to see more of his kit. But I think that it's going to be really fun to see where this set goes. And I think we're going to have a super wide open meta, at least at the start, going into heavy hitters. So really excited about that. Let me know what your thoughts are. If there's a hero on here you don't agree with, that's fine. Let me know in the comments. If there's a hero I didn't mention that you think is really that you're really excited about, definitely let me know down below as well. But yeah, we'll keep cracking at it. Let me know what type of videos you want to see. I'm trying this lull period to do as best as I can to give videos that matter, and they aren't just like random videos, just stuff that I still enjoy making. But yeah, thank y'all so much. Hopefully you have a good rest of your week. Stay safe, stay healthy in this freaking time where everyone's getting sick. And I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk.